Hello Cancer, how are you? Cancer, I know I've been gone for a really long time. I do apologise about my hiatus, or however you say it. I didn't expect to leave for that long, but nonetheless I'm back now, so that's good, and hopefully I won't disappear again this time. So Cancer, there's no more dates on these readings anymore now, so don't worry about that. Energies can be reversed in the reading. If you resonate more with one side than the other, then that's fine. And Cancer, please don't try and force the message to fit either, because then you might just get some misinformation. If the story sounds like it is fitting to your life, then that's great. Hopefully there is a message for you, but if not, hopefully there's something in it for the next video. So Cancer, I'm gonna be honest with you today, like when I've sat down and tried to do this video for you, I feel really nervous, which I haven't been for any of the other readings. So I don't feel like this is my own personal energies. I kind of feel like this is yours, Cancer. I mean, Cancer, you are the crab and you are governed by the moon in the esoteric. You're very, very intuitive, very sensitive. You're a water sign. Very, very sensitive. But I feel a lot of anxiety coming through when I'm tapping into your energy. There's a lot of anxiety. So, I just realised this whole time the dog was facing upwards. This isn't actually a card for you, Cancer. I'm going to put it back because beforehand I was just testing the lighting and showing the cards just to make sure that there wasn't too much glare coming off the window. So that card was just because I'd accidentally put it back the wrong way around. Jesus. Cancer, what are you doing to me? I was so lively and exhilarated for Taurus and Aries and Gemini. And now you've just thrown 15 cards on the floor. Cancer, what are you doing? Something about your energy, Cancer, that's really off. And I don't say that in an insulting way. Oh my god, please don't be insulted by that. No, there's just something that feels, anxious, ungrounded, but not in a, it's ungrounded in a, not in a good way. It's not ungrounded reaching into the upper planes. It's just feeling very disconnected. And look, we're 3 minutes in and you haven't had a card. They're now we'll give you a card. You hadn't had a card in 3 minutes. What's that? The goose, Cancer. So you're clearly in your element because the goose is obviously connected to water. It's a water animal. But I'm just hearing Mama Goose is what I'm hearing. Oh, sorry, let me just get rid of the message 1 second. I'm just hearing Mama Goose. So Cancer, for all that I was saying about feeling really nervous, having a lot of anxieties, and feeling ungrounded, you might sort of be very, very frightened right now for your loved ones. I know that sounds really obvious because of everything that's going on in the world right now. It's no shit, obviously we're all a little bit frightened. But the other readings weren't like that, Cancer, so I just want to put that out there. The other readings didn't even have this running underlying theme through them. There's something about you, Cancer, that's really nervous. You're anxious, you're worried, you're panicking a little bit, you're frantically, I'm just seeing you frantically sort of going with your flippers under the water here, it's really, really, but I can feel it. I feel when people have panic attacks or something, and your heart rate increases, that's what it feels like. And I'm just being drawn to this sort of arrowhead here of a flock in the sky, and it's you're this one here, Cancer, at the front. You're Mama Goose, and it's your little babies. You're just oh god, I need to protect them. I need to make sure they're safe. I need to wrap them in cotton wool. I need to protect them. I need to put them under my wing. Cancer. That's really sweet. I just want to give you a big hug. Really just want to give you a big hug. And I mean, I don't know what this flower is down here, and I'm absolutely certain that it is not a lily, but I instantly looked at it and started thinking of a lily. So, lilies, okay, this is kind of like getting a little bit heavy now. So this is not going to be for all cancers out there. This is definitely not going to be for all cancers out there. Lilies, traditionally, are a flower that is shown at funerals. It's a flower of, you know, our loved ones passing over. It's a flower of the dead. So it's not that I feel like anyone has passed, although maybe some of you, you know, might have lost someone to this whole situation that's going around right now. And God, my heart really goes out to you, Cancer, if that's the case, like truly. But it's like, this is what you're frightened of. You're really, really not coping very well with everything that's going on in the world right now, is basically how it's coming across. Hold on, just let me make sure all the cards are the right way around before I go into the fairies. Yeah, it's you're just the sage. It's like you're battle weary, Cancer. Look how in the wars, in the battles that he's been. I kind of feel like this is you internally. You're just like, like you feel like you've just run a marathon, you've just come out of a war, and now you're in another kind of a war. So you Cancer, you might have had something that very recently just ended that really took a lot out of you. It took a lot out of your spirit. It, you know, pulled you down, it drained you, it exhausted you, it weathered you. But nonetheless, Cancer, you weathered the storm. You made it out the other end. You weathered it. You tapped into that infinite, you know, well of inner strength, and you got through it. But now it's like, freaking hell, life. I just sorted one thing just got sorted, and now, boom, this whole shitstorm in the world right now has happened. And it's like Mama Goose is just like at her wit's end. This could be a Papa Goose as well, okay? For all the men out there. You know, Mama, Papa Goose. But there's a lot of fear, there's a lot of shadow surrounding this reading. You're really worried, Cancer, and I don't blame you. I don't blame you, but hopefully there's going to be something in this reading that's going to uplift you, Cancer, because that's what I'm here for. I'm here to put a smile on your face and hopefully help you to understand a bigger picture. Oh, wow, 2 cards. Okay. Yeah. Oh, what was I just saying? So, we have She of the Cruach that came out. I'm definitely connecting with parental figures here. Okay, so if you don't have children, I doubt this message is for you. It might still fit your situation. You know, I don't know all the ins and outs of everybody's life, but this is the Divine Mother, okay? Men, it still applies for you, okay? Okay, because this is the divine feminine aspect, the divine feminine principle, okay? So even men have this aspect within them because it's the nurturer, it's the provider, you know, it's the unconditional love, the unconditional giving. It's unconditional love. It's the unconditional love that a parent, a mama or papa goose has for their children. And this is all water. This is what I mean, Cancer. You are like flooded with water right now. And it's not necessarily the most glittering, sparkling waters that you're experiencing. It's like murky waters. Oh, Cancer. I'm giving you a hug through the screen. I really am. You know, it's the murkiness, it's clouded, it just doesn't feel good at all, Cancer. It really doesn't feel good. I feel like I'm really connecting to parental figures, or like, you know, individuals who are really, really worried about their children or their close loved ones. I'm going to say more specifically children here. I'm going to say more specifically children because She of the Cruach's the Divine Mother. So I'm going to say more specifically children. This is where the reading might start getting a bit more specific. It might start, honing down from the collective into a more specific storyline for somebody out there. But Cancer, as I was saying before, hopefully there'll be something in this reading for you that can uplift your spirits a little bit. We then have, Iris of the Rainbows. So I sometimes say her name wrong. Iris of the Rainbows. This card here is the Thundercrack, where the black clouds that have encased us for a long time, that have felt heavy on our hearts, heavy on our spirits, have cracked open to reveal the sunlight, to reveal the rainbows. I just had a very weird deja vu. Why have I just had weird deja vu? That must have been for a reason. Just take note of that, Cancer, because that was strange. So Iris of the Rainbows, it's almost like coming in here to try and relieve you of some of the heaviness that you're really feeling at the minute, Cancer. It's trying to show you a rainbow here in the card. It's trying to gift you Cancer, there is an end to this. There is an end. You're going to come out the other side. It's not all doom and gloom. Because as worried as you might be about your children right now, because this is what I'm kind of, picking up on, you might be very lucky to be able to spend a lot of time with them right now. There's actually, there might be a silver lining in this massive thundercloud that's just looming over your head at the minute, or it just feels like it's looming over your life, where it has been for a long, long time. There is some positives in this, Cancer. You might be getting to spend a lot of time with your children, your family. You might find that, even amongst all this drama and this chaos and the stress and the anxiety that you're feeling, because Jesus, Cancer, you have so much water in this reading, and as a water sign anyway, you have so much water within you. So this is like double, triple whammy of water that's going on here. You're swimming in your emotions, Cancer, and you're almost drowning. I do want to say it feels like you're drowning a little bit. So you need to lift your head up, Cancer. And I know sometimes that is so easy for me to sit here and say that to you, but this is an omen, right? This is an omen coming through from the other side. Because Iris of the Rainbows, you see how she has this saber here? I'm really sorry, Cancer, my phone doesn't autofocus, so you just kind of have to get a blurry image of it. You see this piercer that she's got here? It's like this saber kind of thing. I'm almost seeing this. This is where we're getting quite spiritual now. I'm almost seeing this. Do you see how she looks like an angel? Cancer. Do you see how she looks like an angel? She's got her wings here. She's got her wings. And then she's got this wand thing. And it's almost like now this energy is coming through in the reading. You have some sort of a guardian, Cancer, very, very close to you right now. A higher force, a higher angelic being, a higher guide, a higher principle. That is literally, I can literally see it. It's like this face is pushing through the veil. It's like they're coming through with this saber to pierce through the veil, trying to tap into your third eye, Cancer. You need to look out for omens and signs over the next few days, because I really feel like there's some sort of angelic being, if you want to call it that, that is very, very lovingly wanting to take some of the weight off your shoulders. They're really wanting to come through to you and be like, you are not alone in this. You're not alone in this, Cancer. The whole world is going through this right now. And everybody has their struggles, but you don't need to worry because you are divinely protected. This is divine protection coming through right here. So I hope that in itself just provides you with a little bit of comfort, Cancer, to know that there is something watching over you, there is something protecting you. Look at all this like angelic energy that's coming through. In fact, look at the artwork. You know, even just the shape of this is so incredibly similar. It's like the cross-legged here, the center, her wings. Wow, Cancer, this is the most spiritual reading that I've done so far. Of like the signs that I've done so far since I've come back on YouTube. This is a divine being very, very clearly coming through here, Cancer, to try and just breathe. It's going to be okay. It's going to be fine. You, your family, your loved ones, you are divinely protected. You are watched over right now. I'm literally seeing this image of like you just, you know how you're being the mama or the papa goose, bringing your wings over your children, over your loved ones to protect them? Well, it's like whilst you're doing that, mama, papa goose, this higher being is doing it around you on the other side. Really try and find the stillness within, Cancer, over the next few days, because I think that you're going to have a moment where you're going to be sat there alone and you are going to sense something is with you. You're going to feel like something's with you, but it's nothing to be frightened of. It is nothing to be frightened of. There is so much protection coming through this, like so much protection. In fact, I'm seeing literally like this being encasing its wings around you, trying to give you a hug, but the wings, it's like the outside of the wings are made of like steel, you know, like this etheric steel. It's like nothing's going to come through, Cancer. You don't need to worry. You really don't need to worry at all. So I feel like one more card and then we might finish up there, Cancer, because I can't go too far over 20 minutes because my phone doesn't have that much storage. Yeah. So we've had the Piper come through. So the Piper is all about illusions, and it's the illusions of the mind. It's ungrounded. It's like, what's the best way to put this? When it's upright, you know, it's like this divine music. It's beautiful. It's otherworldly. It's etheric. You know, it's like when we hear that song that just like moves us and it just brings us into so much peace and stillness. You know, we're mesmerized by it. But the Piper came up reversed, so that means that it's the shadow side of the card. It's the twisted element of the Piper. It's the nightmares. It's the nightmares, Cancer. It's like, what's that card in the tarot? Is it the Nine of Swords? Is that the right one? You know, where she's like lying in bed and, you know, she's like got all these like figures next to her, like these dark figures, you know, that's like symbolic of nightmares, and sitting up at night and being anxious and overthinking and worrying and panicking and freaking out. It's like that. It's that kind of an energy. Overthinking to the max, but this is like paranoia to the max. Paranoia, fears, worries surfacing. But the thing is, Cancer, it's all an illusion. That's the thing of this card, is that it's all an illusion. It's just a spell, if you will. Not a very good spell when it's reversed, you know, but it is all an illusion. So all this fear, this worry, this stress, it is completely understandable. But the illusion is, Cancer, that you feel like you're alone in this. You feel like your family or your loved ones are at risk. And, you know, I'm not saying by all means don't be safe, 100% make sure that you're safe, protect yourself. But this whole purpose of this reading, Cancer, is to try and provide comfort for you and to try and take away some of your anxieties, okay? Because you just need to remember about this protection that came through very, very strongly in the reading. I haven't had any reading like this before, Cancer. So I really hope that says something to you. And I really hope you can take, if you don't take anything away from this message, from this video, Cancer, please take away this. Please take away that. So Cancer, just remember, it's all an illusion. It's an illusion. It's your own fears, your own paranoia. It's your own psyche that's playing. and causing all the fear. Okay, so be very careful what you're reading right now, Cancer. Be very, very conscious of what you're reading. Be conscious of what you're talking about. You know, try to avoid fearful conversations or anything rooted in fear. Try to distract yourself anytime you feel a feeling of fear. You know, acknowledge it, sit with it, and then be like, right, no, let's transmute this. Let's do something different to distract myself. You know, go out. If you're in the UK here, we're on lockdown, so we can only go out once a day at the minute. But you know, go out for your walk, spend time with your kids, colour with your kids, do some artwork, listen to some music, dance in the lounge, you know, but do something to shift your mind away from it, and remember of that being that came through, because that was something else, Cancer. So Cancer, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I really hope that provided a little bit of comfort for somebody out there. That was such an interesting reading, truly, Cancer, and I feel very, very, very honoured and very blessed to be able to bring that to you. So stay safe, Cancer. I wish you all the best, and I hope to see you in my next video. Love and light, Cancer. Mwah.